the Chels.
Oh, mate.
Up the Chels.
Honestly.
What happened? What happened?
You know what?
Up the Chels.
So disappointed, mate. That's so disappointing. That performance and result, mate.
Shambles.
It was even 11v11, right? We were poor today. That's the worst we played under him, in my opinion. Worst we played. The red card comes and you go, I don't know whether we're playing well enough to even just get a draw. And I'm worried that once they got the equaliser, you're thinking, they have a set piece. Swing ones over. Ward-Prowse puts it in the same area. You think, we're going to lose it now. We're going to lose it. Same thing against Leeds a couple of weeks ago.
Good team, though, Burnley. Good team.
They're not a good team.
They're a good team.
To be fair, right, they deserve that today.
Of course they deserved it. You're
deserve
garbage.
No, we were garbage today. We were garbage. I can't defend that performance, Jay. I can't defend it.
Well, come on.
I can't defend it. No one was at it. You know, it's a brilliant goal we score. Go and, you know, they're getting relegated, this team. Go and put your foot on their throat. Go and take the game to them. Nah. None of it.
Up the
That's
Chels.
poor.
What about the subs, though, Jace? The subs weren't great.
Well, the problem, when you go down to 10 men, you're going to have to bring centre-half's been centre. He's got to bring a centre-half on, right? Who are you going to bring off? Who are you bringing off?
Not Cole Palmer.
Cole's been injured. Do you know what I mean?
I know, mate. But
you can't have him.
You need someone who keeps the ball.
Who are you bringing off? That's the question. You can't bring off your two defensive midfielders. You can't bring off João Pedro. Why? Who's going to play? Well, eventually he did come off.
Yeah, he did.
No, I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got a problem with Cole Palmer.
Take off João Pedro and play Cole Palmer as a false nine.
Yeah, and like I said, he's been injured, mate. So I ain't got a problem with the sub. Problem I've got with is the performance. That's what I've got a problem with. That performance. That is.
You put on two centre halves. And you conceded from a set piece. Free header.
Jay, I can't defend it.
Free header.
Jay, I can't defend it. No one challenged them. No one taking responsibility. It's who we are. They'll let you down. This team will let you down. They
just who we are, mate.
They will. They'll let you down. They'll disappoint you. It's
just who we are, mate.
You know, we're still that team. We can't deal with a blow. We can't deal with a bloody nose. You get a whack on the nose, get a whack on the face, and we're up against the ropes, and we're there 10 minutes reeling for what this blow that you get round the head. We're just that team, and it's just we can't seem to be able to recover. You know, like you need smelling salts. That's what we need. Get a red card, smelling salts.
I'll tell you what smelling salts you had, mate, after that red card. Toilet ones.
No, but even 11v11, Burnley deserved that, and that's the most. You know, that to me. I'm
though, Jace.
I'm angry, Jay.
They're a good team. You've got to give them some credit. No, they are a good team.
Do you know what?
Well organised.
They were today. They were good today, Burnley. And take the goal out of it. I would say Burnley with the better side.
No,
take the goal out of it. I would say Burnley with the better side.
No, way better.
And that's hard for me to admit. It's hard for me to admit.
Let's go to a Chelsea fan. Harry's phoned us up. Right,
H.
Hello, how's it going, boys? Thanks for your time today.
I'm in good spirits. Chelsea throwing it away.
I bet, mate. Hopefully you can do us a favour in the North London derby. Nobody wants to see Arsenal win the league. Hey. Yeah. But I don't have much hope for Spurs. I want to be as productive as possible with this call. I'm a lifelong Chelsea fan. When do we put the finger on the fact that this project just isn't working? I don't want to pin that on just today's result. I think since 2022, when the sporting directors came into the club and started making the signings that they've made, it's just been a complete and utter collapse from top to bottom within a football club that was ran brilliantly before. Yeah, I know we had the quick fires, but we'd always come back with character. And Chelsea Football Club, as a playing club now, I think they've lost that, in my personal opinion. The evidence backs it up this season with the red cards. It's running through the players as well. We've been in winning positions against, off the top of my head, Sunderland, Villa, Leeds,
Brighton.
Today, Brighton, and it's just completely and utterly collapsed around them.
Up the Chels.
Rich James is our captain. He's been hooked when we've needed a leader on the pitch today. I really didn't understand that.
I think he had cramp. He was stretching his hamstrings.
He's got cramp.
He was stretching his hamstrings, mate. I think that's why he's come off.
Yeah, not enough electrolytes.
And then the two
Cramp against Burnley.
The two things. I'm not going to pin the manager yet, but I'm not confident in the recruitment of the manager. The two times that both of our coaches had time to prove if they were cut for it this season with red cards, I'm thinking Man United away, where Sanchez got sent off early doors, the manager lost his pants early, and we bottled it with subs. And I think our manager's done the same today. He's completely and utterly bottled it with the subs that we've made, and we've made it really easy.
What would you have done differently then? Because I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. Because what can he do when you go down 10 men? At that stage of the game...
I think you need an outlet, Jace. I think you've got to have an outlet on the pitch.
And he brought on...
Yeah,
Go on.
I think his legs had gone, mate. Sorry, I think his legs had gone. And when I don't want to go on that anti-Delap thing, but again, it's another signing that these sporting directors have made. I'm just going back to the main point of why I'm calling in here. At some point, there's got to be some accountability from the people that are making these signings. They want a coach who is only there to coach the players, pick the side. Maybe on occasions, they're not even being able to pick the side from what Maresca left the door on the accountability of. And they're not even getting the signings right. So when you look at our 11 now, yes, there's, 1.5 billion quid we've spent over the last 4 years. Is that right?
I mean, yeah.
Something
And
like
you're going to be, I don't know how much, but it ain't far off that, right?
Yeah. So you look at our starting 11, it's good. I would confidently say that we'll give, when they're all fit and they're firing, our starting 11 is good. Anything behind that, which has been, again, evidenced in games this year when we've started with a rotated team against Leeds away, we were awful, absolutely awful. Tosin was poor, Delap was poor. And there was obviously other players against West Ham. They did the same thing. They went 2-0 down. Lucky we had players on the bench that could come and turn it around. But you can't keep getting away with it, Jace. The signings that we're making for a club like Chelsea are not good enough.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. You know that they're not going to sign. It's the youngest squad in Premier League history. There's a reason they're going to. We ain't going to sign off the peg players that are 28 years of age and are going to have an impact. That's just not happening. It's not happening.
So, is the project going to work? Yes or no, Chelsea fan, Jason?
Well, at the moment, you can't say that it's working, but you can't say it's not either. I mean, we got Champions League football last season, right? With the youngest squad in Premier League history. Okay, is it perfect? No. There's absolutely no one's going to argue that. Has it got holes in? Yeah, it has. And that transfer window in the summer. I mean, there's talk of Liam Delap perhaps leaving, maybe going on loan. We still don't. The problem, when you sign young players, you're signing potential. And that's all well and good, but it's when you have so many of them that you do see holes in the squad. And as I said...
How old is Sanchez? Robert Sanchez?
The keeper?
Yeah. He's not young, is he?
I'm going to say 27.
Right, but he's got plenty of experience, right?
Yeah.
Mate, in the 85th...
Mate, I know exactly what you're going to say. Mate,
he's 28 years old.
Jay,
the ball comes to him. He collects it.
Jay,
all you do, go down.
Jay,
hold on to it.
What does he do?
He kicks
it. He boots it.
Booted it straight to a Burnley player, and they're back on it. He's done it twice. I'm looking at him going, what is he doing?
Jay, 100%
like that right there. Like that ain't about being young. No. That's just being stupid.
Jay.
And I'm looking at him going,
I was when he done that.
He doing?
He catches it, right? Catch it, go down, kill the clock.
Yeah.
He boots it to João Pedro, who's pulling up with cramp. Yeah, what's he going to do when he gets it? It's 3v1. Yeah. What's he going to do if he brings...
It's the most ridiculous
I totally agree with that.
And we can sit here and say youngest squad and this and that, but come on, when your goalkeeper's doing stuff like that, you deserve what you got.
Jay, mate, you're pushing an open door here, right? Unfortunately, I agree with you. No, I was fuming. When he catches it... But he's on it. Here's the thing I said in comms. Even if it's the perfect pass, what's he going to do?
Yeah, it's nothing.
3v1.
There was nothing he could do with it. There was nothing he could do with it.
No,
you get hold of it, you go down, you get the team up, and then you boot it into the corner, right? You've wasted 2 minutes. Like that stuff there, right there, is where Chelsea are just ridiculous.
I agree with that. That's not. You're right. That is just stupidity.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
That's like non-league stuff. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Up the Chelsea. Hey, listen, thanks for your call. Let's go to Kieran. He's a Burnley fan. All right, Kier?
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good team today, Kier. Good team.
Enjoy next season. Enjoy next season.
Yeah, I'm in a mild.
Yeah, I hope we never see you again in the Premier League.
I beg your pardon. I was talking over you there. I'm in a mild state of shock, gentlemen. But at 4:52 p.m. this afternoon, I've seen England shambles against Ireland in the rugby.
Oh, no.
My afternoon turned from utter depression to joy, and we should have won the game. But listen, Jace, I was very upset for you, Gov. Now you know how I've been feeling every second weekend this season, and please be reassured by the thought you'll be in the Premier League next season. We'll be back in the Championship. That should surely cheer you up.
Here's a question for you, Keir, though. Scott Parker's come under a bit of stick recently. People wanting him gone and saying he's not quite got the minerals for the Premier League.
Sure.
Do you still want him in the Championship again?
Do you know what? I went down to the game against Fulham before Christmas, and when we attacked and went at Fulham, we looked really good. But I have to say, I've said to friends of mine at Burnley, he sometimes reminds me of a North East Lancashire version of Gareth Southgate. You just wish he'd let the handbrake off and go for it. Because when we do that, like today, against Palace, for 15 minutes, we turned a 2-0 deficit into 3-2, and we've got the players. Ward-Prowse is a great signing, and I'd like to see a few more. I'm afraid some of these, forgive the terminology, gentlemen, European journeyman footballers, a little few of those, a few more, Ward-Prowses and people like that from England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales, and I think we could do really, really well. I think we have the ability. I think we haven't looked out of place this season, unlike 2 years ago when Vince Kompany was our manager. We've been in games. The only game we actually really lost badly was City, and that flattered City because they got 3 goals in injury time. Do you know what I mean?
No, so, you have been. You're not one of these sides that gets battered. You're absolutely right. You stay in games. I mean, our goal was a brilliant goal, but you take that away. I thought we were pretty bang average, and I thought you had the measure of the way the game was going tactically. I think Scotty Parker got it right. You're frustrated. 5-4-1. Dealt with anything that we. Yeah. I mean, I say anything we threw at you. We threw nothing. Yeah, it was. I thought we were terrible today. Nothing. Honestly, I did. Yeah. Terrible today.
But Jace, I'll be honest with you, Gov. When I saw 1-0 after 4 minutes, forgive me, and I was watching the rugby, I went, oh dear Lord, it was going to be one of those afternoons like losing at home to Mansfield last weekend and losing the rugby to Scotland. But listen, there's always hope, Jace. As I say, at 4:50 today, I was down the dumps. 4:52. Everything turned around. Yeah. We're going to go down, but at least we're going to go down.
Go down fighting, can't you? It's too little, too late. But look, I thought that was all right, Burnley, to be fair. I thought they played well.
No, but come on, that's not.
They're a good team, mate. Just accept it.
They're not good.
That's just where you're at right now.
It's unacceptable. Today's performance was unacceptable. I'm just so angry that you get yourself in a position without even playing, even at 4 minutes, you don't know what sort of performance we're going to put in. Honestly, mate, I thought up the
gels.